Alright, yo, what up? This is y'all shook up. Just doing a little different video. Figured I would, well, I guess not a different video. No, this is some gameplay I'm just talking over. I'm with Juggy, Rider Shade. We just out here just killing random, nothing special. Just basically, you know, something to talk over. But basically, what I want to talk about was, you know, the future of ESO and Cyrodiil's performance. I know I make a lot of these videos, but it's just a discussion because at the end of the day, we all play this game, right? And I put a webcam, maybe a little different, something. Maybe you guys can see me. I don't know if you'd rather have me talk or like be able to see my face while I talk. So either way, I just figured change it up a little bit. But I know I just gave a lot. But before we get into what I was originally going to talk about, just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. I'm already at 2.1k subs. Can't thank you enough. So with that said, like I'm saying, Cyrodiil, I can't even speak. Cyrodiil's performance is something that I have actually, have talked about previously on my channel, and how their performance has been actually stacking up lately. I try not to say that, basically what I mean by, the future of ESO, right, and their performance. The main problem that you run into with this game a lot of the times is that the performance issues just tend to really damn, did I just body those guys? Get distracted from my own gameplay. It really tends to hurt a lot of the time, especially in Cyrodiil. So, the future of ESO with Cyrodiil's performance, they really have to, figure something out. I know I've stressed on this, plenty of times, but they truly have to figure something out, So here's the thing. If they can master performance, then at the end of the day, they can also, let's say, do crossplay, maybe bring something a little different to the game that might take up a lot of, data. So when I talk about the performance, I'm just trying to basically give people ideas. I mean, leave what you think in the comment section. I mean, I don't really know how they can fix this because, like I said, we've discussed this so many times now, and they still don't know. One of the reasons why that's why I'm in IC, because it's just the performance some days are bad. Now, believe it or not, I just had a stream and the performance was actually not too bad. It was actually really, really good. So, I mean, it's something that, maybe they could look into on why sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. But like I said, I just really want, for the future of ESO is just to have, better, performance so I can have better gameplay experience, Obviously, that's all what we want. That's everybody's, desire to have better performance. But I truly like this game. I truly enjoy this game. So, whether the performance is good or not, I'm going to play it. But I'm just trying to, from a logical perspective, if I had to say, ESO's future, it always goes back to performance to me. I can't really think about how much. So I want them to put stuff in the game, right? Like put a new map of maybe something like an IC or another Cyrodiil, but just fix the performance first. It's really not that difficult of a task. At least, I mean, if other games can do it, this game can do it. You know what I mean? I guess it's a 10-year-old game, but I still believe in the game. I still believe they should be able to fix whatever the issues they got going on. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't really be something that is unfixable or something that they're struggling with on this, level of, difficulties. It just blows my mind sometimes. Like, for instance, like this right now, I'm playing IC. The performance is actually pretty decent because in IC, for some odd reason, I think it's maybe because there's not as many people. Because during sometimes the white streaks, you get very, very terrible performance. And it becomes almost impossible to see what the heck's going on. And so, if they could capitalize on, the performance and really try to buckle down and really learn, what is going on when it comes to the performance, you will I just got killed. We end up wiping this whole group. But sometimes you die. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm not one of those people that's just gonna show only my wins and only, you know what I mean. I don't. That's why you never really see me do clip videos, because sometimes I'm just like, why do a clip video? Even though it is cool, and don't get me wrong, I love doing that. But also, like, why not just show? It doesn't matter if I die. I come back, I help my boys, we end up killing them. But sometimes you just got to take that L. I mean, they did what they had to do when it had to be done. Sometimes that's what you get, And these stupid things wouldn't let me through the door. But, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts? I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a conversation. That's all I'm doing here. What do you think about the performance? What do you think about in the future of ESO? What should they be doing? Like, I'm curious. Like, I just want to have a conversation in the comment section. Like, what do you think about the future of Elder Scrolls? Are you planning to play a different game? Is the performance a big part of your problem? You know what I mean? Is it something that you just, you can't, like, you can't deal with? You know what I mean? Or is it just like something that you don't, it doesn't even cross your mind? I'm pretty sure it crosses every mind because of how ridiculous the performance is sometimes during this, but like I said, it is what it is. I know they can do it, and that's what kind of really frustrates me. Is like when they can do something, but they just don't, because you feel like, okay, one of the main reasons they don't do stuff is because we, I guess, I wouldn't say not enough people will talk about it, because they probably already know, but just like not enough of the people that I think can make a difference. Maybe, people that are in their little group and stuff, where, yeah, it's a possibility that, if they, if they were to hear it from somebody else, got killed again. But this was a good fight. This was versus another streaming group, and it was a really good fight. We ended up killing them eventually, but like I'm saying, it really comes down to the community, you know what I mean? And whether we're going to be able to make a change going, further in the future. I'm going to keep playing this game. Like I said, I have no plans on playing this. Juggy was out there beasting them. I'm not going to lie. You got to go follow Juggy. Give that man a follow. That dude was tearing him down in this clip, or in this little, section of video. But the thing is if we can just fix what has to be fixed, and we focus on, it's hard to say, because it's really when Cyrodiil is like peaking out, the performance is terrible. And it's hard to say too many bad things about this game, because I actually really like this game. There's things that I just wish were to be gone, but nothing more than performance. Like, there is nothing more that I want to be fixed than performance. Like, everything else to me can be basically secondary. It almost doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? And, playing this game for a decade, going through all the, from Hundings and Bone Pirate being top sets, to Bloodspawn coming out, to, veteran, I don't know if you guys know, but, the champion points, it used to be like, what's your vet level? And so it was basically like completely different, right? It was not like it is today at all. And so to see like performance back in those days to now, yeah, they've came a long way, because they've added a lot of stuff. And for them to, still be able to, do what they're doing right now, on this level with this much going on, I gotta give them props, but it could always get better. You know what I mean? So basically, now we're just mollywopping them. Now we got a little bit more about a fair fight, and now it becomes just finish them. Take out this dude, then we take out this guy. So we were trying to get liquid something or whatever, because he's a healer. And GG's to this group. If you see this video, brother, GG's. Especially to homeboy, what's his name? He's also a YouTuber. He's super chill dude, to be honest. Like super chill, like extremely chill guy. I watched some of his videos. Super cool, man. Uh, but like I'm saying, we basically just demolished them after this. And so, yeah, man, this is what happens when you work a lot. You get tired, and you kind of, like I said, you just kind of do things off the cuff here. You know, my channel's, I'm gonna have some better editing videos, right? But I'm also gonna throw in a mix of just us talking, man, because at the end of the day, that's what this is about, dude. I mean, I just like making videos just to have a conversation. You know, it doesn't got to be flashy. I like when people comment and kind of give me ideas about like what their opinion is on the game and everything. Look, bodied, gone, Gonzo, Alonzo. Now we just taking over. We go after him. We needed to finish. These wolves are strong. That dude right there, that dude's a beast. Gotta be careful because okay, now he'll put you down if you're not careful. He's pretty tanky. Look at him. We have to really get him. Bodied him. Basically, everybody else after that, once we kill him, it's a wrap. So, like I said, the video's about to end. Definitely appreciate all your guys' support. I can't thank you enough. Out. I'm all out. This, you see, I could have pressed the out button. I could have done this. I could have done that. But instead of like trying to, fix that part, I just leave it in just to show you guys, man. It's all love here, all real. We're trying to just, make a change for ESO. I love this game, and I hope everything works out for you. So once again, really this time, appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Out.